check here. If you can hear me, please let me know how clear it is, what's going on. I'm trying to get this stuff figured out. What is going on, OTT Sports Network? Welcome to Monument, Colorado. We're down here in the West Rink, Monument, Colorado. Your Arapahoe Warriors step to take on the Las Vegas Storm. They are checking out Colorado's finest ice arenas. They played at South Suburban yesterday, and now they get to travel all the way down here. We are going to be tested here. This team is undefeated so far in this showcase. We're looking forward to a great tilt this morning. Had a chance to come down last night, get everything set up. Hopefully this microphone's working better than we've had in the past. Brian Bodine not on the camera, on the mic today. We were actually coming down this morning, checking out QR760, Rock of the Rockies, and he called in correctly identifying DJ as the name of the DJ of Vanilla Ice's 1989 hit song, and he won pass to go feed the baby hippopotamuses at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo this morning. So Brian's not going to be with us. Good luck there feeding those hippos this morning, Brian. We hope you don't get your hand bitten off. Today on the camera right now, Casey Canterbury not showing up, but we've got Katie with us. She's going to be doing a good job. She did not want to put a microphone on. Said she'll leave the rambling to Harry, and I will do just that. Rambling our way through this one. We're going to get set to start the first period here. 14 minutes on the clock. And it's going to be Castillo at center ice to start this one. Prokop in net. Graham with the shutout yesterday. Prokop here to face off against the Storm. Storm in the purple helmets and the black jerseys. Your Warriors wearing their gray and blues. Picked up there quick by Castillo. It's going to be a tough angle here. We can't quite see what I can't see through this glass. It's stretched up. It's blurry. It's not just my eyesight this morning. Down comes all the way down the ice. Nice and waved off quickly as McGowan is back to pick this one up. Out there with Canterbury looking to drop that to him behind the net. Going around the boards here for Weaver, tied up against the glass. Vegas turning, dumping that one right back in. McGowan behind his own net. Trying to find a way to get this out. Vegas with a little bit more pressure than this team is seeing in its last opponents. Trying to hold this one in. Vegas lets it sneak out across the blue line. They reset, turn, dump that in. They're going to be offside quickly here. 13-14 left to go. First period action from Monument. Harry Haviland and Katie Canterbury with you on the OTT broadcast. Coming at you across the globe. Get a good angle here. Right in front, you see Manic bending over on the left wing. Set to try and pick that up as Foster wins it back to Robert. Pass it across to Kolchevsky up the far side of their deck. A little bit of a tip, and they're going to wave off ice and goes all the way deep into the Vegas zone. Up against the glass where I can't see anything that's going on through this angle. You're going to have to use your imagination. Or I can just make stuff up. They're in there right now. Vegas comes out with it. Through, back over to Kolchevsky. Flips that one up just inside the blue line, turned around quickly by Vegas as they dump that back, and Kolchevsky and Lauber back to pick up where it was on. Lauber off his backhand. As Foster at center ice, Foster with Manic racing through center. Foster over to Manic, jumps over his stick. Vegas hammers it up around the boards. Clearing the zone, coming the other way against Canterbury. Vegas dumping in deep, chasing around the far side. McGowan. He's behind his net, feeding it to Vegas. They dump it right back on the other side. Vegas with some really offensive pressure that this team has not seen a lot of. They're going to have to make some adjustments. Playing in their own end here this morning. Trying to keep that puck clear. They're doing a good job forcing it to the outside, keeping it behind the net. As McGowan has it up on the boards, looking for Manic to break this one out. Manic all the way across, finds for dead. He's on his own as his line mates peel off for a change. Fredette can't fight off forward, he's managing to keep it in there as the fresh legs join him. Dump back out, Kolchevsky. Fires that one across, he's got Bodine and Haviland up there with him now. Fredette goes off for a change. Bobby's going to go for the off of this one. Trips up over the red line and goes down. Vegas 2-on-1, Stewart on the back check. Haviland picks that up, but can't control it as Vegas dumps it in deep. Stewart behind his own net, gets it up in front of him. Up off the boards, not out. Jesse again, still stuck out there at the end of a long shift here, trying to get it out so he can get over the bench. Vegas not letting him, he's there open in front, trying to feed that guy in the center, gets pushed in behind the net. Wide open in front, shot, rebound, second rebound. It was loose, the puck was not covered up, but the Revs lost sight of it as it's caught up in Prokop's pad. And we're down to 11:06. Lots of pressure here from this Vegas team. Score still 0-0. Bodine, the Canterbury got the drop on it. Canterbury coming through his center ice like a bowling ball. Forcing his way through, loses the handle on the puck, goes back up over the boards, but he's staying in deep on this and stick handling his way around out of the corner. Canterbury looking towards the front, sees Haviland and Stewart both there. They get sticks on it, but tip it just wide. Out to the point, I can't even see who's there. That'd be McGowan. But it comes up across the blue line. Vegas flips it up. Canterbury stops it, passes it over to Stewart. Stewart coming in on the right wing. Burns takes a shot, rebounds into the corner. Picked up by Vegas, whipped around the boards. Loading GC. Knocked all the way out. Say it's tipped again. Icing waved off. Kolchevsky will be back to pick this up. They got a little bit of time as Vegas making those changes. Deacon around in his own zone. Kolchevsky still has it. Passes it up to Stewart on the far side. Stewart now 1-on-5. Just turns, takes a shot. Oh, he's going to hang on to that one. 9:59 left to go. Furious first period action coming at you from Monument, Colorado.
Hello, I was here today. That's fine.
Steele wins that one back. The biggest clears. Weaver circling back over to Lauber. Up off the boards, trying to find Weaver again, right down. Feds close in the action on this one, right on the other side of the glass here. They're going at it. Vegas tips it into the zone. Kolchevsky back up the far side, looking for Steele. Popovic back. Popovic at center. Steele can't push that one. Bob's still trying to find it. Vegas comes the other way. 2-on-2, Pop on the back check. Lifts the stick. Vegas in front. Burns. And Prokop gets the glove out there, catching that one. 2-on-0. Prokop with a big save, keeping it zeros on the board here in the first period.
Okay. Guys, get it
Steele
out!
wins that one back to Cannonberg. He's got Weaver on the far side, but he's going to click back the other way. Now gets it to Weaver. It was behind him. Vegas picked it up. They tip it back over. Weaver can't get to it first. Vegas skeeping over at center ice, tip it up off the boards. Cannonberg pinch it in there, not letting the puck sneak by him. Cannonberg still has it. Gets it up to Vegas. They turn, trying to go along the other side. Castile blocked it down. Now Popovic trying to get it free back to Castile. Weaver. McGowan across to Cannonberg. Bossing his skates up the boards to Weaver. Weaver gets it across the red line, trying to get it in deep. Vegas just holding that blue line, turning it right around quickly. Flipping it back to center for Cannonberg. Steele back in his end, lining up.
Go, Arapahoe! Stay!
This one wide, coming through center ice. Here comes Steele, the head of steam. Walks in, takes the shot. Blocker saved by the goalie. Puck is still loose in behind the net. Popovic. Centering to Castile, the shot gets deflected up over the net and into the mesh behind the goal. 8:15 left to go. The first solid offensive effort there, getting some shots on net from your Warriors. See if they can sustain this pressure. This is a base out deep in the offensive zone. With Foster coming out to take the draw. This glass is really horrible to see through. I can't see anything.
Come on, boys.
That has it. Over to Foster. Off the boards. On the far side, where I can finally see Fredette jumping in on the play. Foster banging up against the boards as he does so well.
Keep on it.
Push that player down. Fredette behind the net, looking to wrap that around. Gets it off the side of the net into the goalie. Puck is still in play into that dark corner. It clears and bounces right here in front of us. Back down and quickly back up to Manic. Foster picking that up. Chesky up the far side of Burdett off of his stick. Right to Vegas, but Burdett picks it back up. He's got Foster racing towards the front of the net. Burdett with a pass across. Foster with the tip. Goalie with the save. Excellent work. There's a forcing the plate, getting towards the net, getting those pucks on, and that's the key to the game, I believe. Get pucks on net. We've all heard it before. We're going to continue here. There's 7 minutes left in this first period. Vegas just fires that one in. Making it out of his own zone, McGowan. Going to step up into the play from the cross, carrying this one on his own. Takes his shot. Oh, just rolls through the crease. Held in by Bourdain, back over to Fredette. Bourdain's way behind the net. Centering pass to Allen. He misses on the one-timer. down in front. Annenberg now being chased back into his own zone. Circles back around. Flips it up. Haviland at center. Kicks it up to himself. Makes the pass over to the far side. Now Stewart's got to race in for it. Going up against Stewart. Wins that race. Back to Bodine. Behind Stewart in front. Bodine tips it in front. Goes underneath. Well, even that Stewart might have got a piece of that one way or another. The puck goes underneath the goalie's pads into the back of the net. We got a 1-0 hockey game in favor of your Warriors here with 6:17 left to go in the first period. Bodine, Stewart, and Haviland rewarded with an extended shift here after that goal. Somebody got to sharpen that Haviland kid's skates. Bodine knocked into the boards, still has it up to Haviland at center ice. Can't get up on top of the pace, and Vegas takes that away from him, dump it to the far side. Kolcheski now in front of the scorekeeper's box. Tip back into Lauber. Back up, can't get it out of the zone. Tipped up. Haviland circling out, passing that one up. Couldn't get it to Stewart. Misses on that play at center ice. Steal out. He's going to build up some speed at center. Passes that one up to Stewart. Tipped off of his stick. Stewart trying to dump that one in deep. Doesn't get too far. Vegas flips it right back out over the blue line. Cannonberg to bounce it back in. Haviland and Castillo still out there, a little bit of a forecheck. They go the opposite way. And Vegas tips it out, but not all the way. Haviland with a quick stick there, flips it back in as he goes off for a rest. Gallen to center to Castillo. Coming in with Weber. Castillo can't get the shot off. Kicked off the skate of the Vegas player into the corner. Around Popovic and out of the zone. McGowan coming over, flips it through him. Popovic with the excellent skating, comes back, picks that one up, flips it up off the boards to Weber. Weber gets tripped down at the blue line. Someone call him out. Flip back out. Weber holding the offensive zone through this blurry glass. Out to McGowan now, right in front of us. McGowan can't go around. Vegas with the pressure, coming in on Canterbury, forcing his man wide. Gets it out. Weber can't clear the zone.
Get it up. Get it deep.
Popovic flips it out, forcing a reset by Vegas. Out, reversing back and forth here. Vegas with the pressure. Warriors have the lead. You wouldn't know it right now until McGowan's going to show off his skill here. Coming in across the blue line. He's going to come through two players. Takes it wide on the right on his backhand. Dumps it through the crease. Knocked down into the corner. Back out to the point off of Kolcheski's stick. And your Warriors are setting back up in the neutral zone. Up to Manic off the boards. Castillo spins over to Manic again. Drops that off for Castillo as he comes into the offensive zone. Castillo walking through, gets it tipped off his stick before he gets a shot off. And after that, back around the boards, it's Manic heading into the near corner to fight. Out to the point. Kept in there by Kolcheski. Picked quickly up by Vegas and right out to center. Vegas walking in one-on-one against Kolcheski. Back on top of that one by Foster and then out to Robert. He's got Manic on one side, Burnett on the other. Flip right back out by Vegas. They're quick to clear the zone here. They're not letting Arapahoe have any time to get set up or get those pucks deep. Coaches will be pointing that out without Coach Terry here today. We got Jason and Pop on the bench running the show with this 1-0 lead with a little under 3 minutes left to go in the first period. Manic underneath his heel of his blade. Can't get it out as he crashes up against the boards into your living rooms. Tripped up there. No call on Manic as player goes down.
Go, get it out.
Puck in the middle. Now Robert.
There we
The
go.
backhand up to Fredette.
Get it out.
Foster
Get it out.
race with him. Fredette gets that taken off of his tape. Vegas flips that one back in. Now McGowan's going to have his goal. Out to Foster. Trying to find Fredette. Gets across that red line. Gets pinched up off the boards. Loses the puck. And Vegas turns it around the other way. Vegas at center ice the other way now. 3-on-2 coming in. Canterbury with that big twig. Knocks it off. And coming in. O'Dane coming in wide, waiting for some line mates to join him. O'Dane still up against two players. Stewart in there with them now. Fighting 2-on-2 up tight in the corner. Vegas sneaks that one out up the boards. Avalon takes it away from him. Back to Cannonburg on the point. Flipping that one towards. Gets caught up in the players. And then dumped out of the zone by Vegas. Avalon now racing forward in a foot race. Vegas actually wins the race to that puck, making the pass across to the trailer. O'Dane and Haviland gets sprint there, takes a shot, kicks out the back over to the far corner. Vegas at the blue line, pitching in, dumps it, blocked, and Stewart drops out to Haviland, coming across the blue line. Toe drags around one, still going towards the front, and that puck is loose. And picked up and cleaned up there. Stewart in front, flashing the net as he does so well. Puts that one up and over the plate, like goalie making it a 2-0 game with 1:23 left to go in the first period. Just when you think it's not going to happen, they find a way. Castillo with it tied up in his skates, still battling. Comes out of the circle with it after the face-off win. Castillo pushes his way in deep into the corner. Centering pass off the defender. Weaver gets the shot. And Popovic couldn't get the rebound, was blocked in front. Weaver looking for that one, Pop fighting for it. Weaver helping him out. Held in at the point, pinching, cutting it across. Castillo turns, shoots, blocked in front. Weaver with the shot. Popovic trying to clean it up. 52 seconds left to tick off the opening frame as Vegas clears it out, and Robert's going to come back to pick it up. Robert tipped up there to Weaver. It's going to go all the way down. That's going to be an icing call with a little over 40 seconds left to go in this first period. OTT Sports Network bringing it to you from Monument, Colorado. Your Warriors are up 2-0 against the Las Vegas Storm.
Yeah, really.
Let's go, Warriors!
Foster turning, winning this one back. Kacheski down in his own net with Fredette up on the boards. Look at that outlet pass. Asthmatic all the way across. Foster picks up that puck. Foster's walking across. Can't toe drag across. He gets taken out. Gets the shot off. The goalie hangs on for another save. Another whistle and a face-off deep in the offensive zone for your Warriors. Chesky pitching in, keeps it. Vegas turns the other way. Robert racing back for it. We're going to call another icing. Still 16 seconds left. Making the skate all the way back down to the ice. On the west side of the rink. We are on the west rink here. The fancy barn down here in Monument, Colorado. Back cleanly to the point, going across to Robert on the blue line, takes the shot, finds its way through right into the chest of the goalie, who hangs onto it for the third whistle in 22 seconds. Vegas making that last minute defensive change here as they get another face off in their end. 9.7 seconds left to go. We're still at 2-0. Your Warriors up over the Storm. To the point, keeping this one in. Robert dangling at the blue line. Takes another shot, tipped in front, still loose. Foster trying to dig for the rebound. That's going to bring us to the end as the buzzer sounds. Warriors finishing this for first period up 2-0 against the Las Vegas Storm. It's fun to finally be playing some out-of-town, out-of-state teams here. Some new action. We still haven't played all the local teams. All those will be coming up. Stay tuned. We'll be bringing all that stuff to you. You can check it out. I'll post all those games and game times on my Facebook, Harry Haviland. If you're not into that Facebook thing, ask your players, ask your families. They should be able to tell you what time they're going to be at the rink. And as always, you can find us right here on the YouTube channel, the OTTSportsNetwork.com. I'll have the schedule posted on there eventually too. I just got to get to it. Shout out to Katie Winter, who's in charge of that website. Going back old school OTT style. Another shout out to Katie Canterbury here, who's doing a fabulous job on the camera. She was all nervous about it earlier. And without Brian here, I don't have any player fun facts. I don't have second period. I still got some Scott Foster fun facts. We can't deprive our worldwide global viewers of that. We're gaining 14,000 followers a week just because of the Scott Foster fun facts, brought to you here on the OTT Sports Network every second intermission. I had to dig deep for this one. You guys stay tuned. We've got 14 minutes of hockey action left to go. And you're going to be finding out some fun stuff about Scott Foster.
Let's go, Warriors!
Bodie line skates to center ice. Head the opposite direction as they did in the first period. They got a little huddle going on. Chatting up, ready to go. 14 minutes on the clock. Shots are 9-2 in favor of the Warriors. And the score is showing just that, 2-0 here at the start of the second. Vegas turns to takes a quick one. They ripped that one over the blocker side of Wilcox and into the back boards. The blurry glass and out. Haviland at center. He's got one guy to beat. Haviland walking in, trying to drag it around. Gets that one easily knocked away. And Vegas comes out the other side. Canada racing into the blurry corner. Gets a stick on it back up off the boards. Vegas in front, back ends that one. Over the glass. Haviland can't control that one. Gets all the way back out to the point. They fired, blocked in front. Canada goes the other way with it. Stewart up on the boards. Stewart finds Bodine at center ice, knocks it off. And Bodine's coming in. Bodine takes the shot, blocked by the Vegas defender in front of him. That defender's going to carry this one all the way out. Big number 77 from the Storm. Walking in, gets that one taken away. Drop back to the point, they're taking in. Going around behind the Warriors' net. Against center, Vegas stepping in front, still loose in front. Vegas back out to the point. That's a little outside the point. They fire that one, and it's going to be offside. Brought right back out to center ice. There, Casey stepping in, making his way down. Katie did a good job, and Casey's like, "That's not going to work for me. I'm going to take over here in the second period, as promised."
Try not to ruin things here.
They can't ruin anything. As Brian would say, you can't do any worse than Foster did the first game. Cleared out of the zone, Castillo. Momentum across the blue line. Gets a shot out, pad save, kick to the other side, rebound loose on the far boards. Vegas tries to clear it out. They do come the other way, one-on-one now. Lobber on the back check. Come in, big block shot there by Kolcheski, back out to the point. Ripped in behind the net, loose. Prokop gets across on top of it. Pad save, glove save. Kicked him behind the net off the back of the mesh. They're fighting for it. Oh, getting knocked down, and there's going to be a penalty against Vegas for a little bit of aggression behind the net. Going down, and it's going to be 5-on-4 power play opportunity with 12:09 to go in the second period for your Warriors. Goes up on the clock as number 88 is going to sit for a little bit of a break here. It was up on the clock, now they took it down. And now they're going to put it back up. 5-on-4. One back to the point, comes across the Kolcheski at the blue line. Turns, takes a shot, gets all the way through the screens right onto the goaltender who hangs on. Minimal time ticked off of that one. Still almost a full power play opportunity here for your Warriors. Big defensive changes. Down in Canterbury now out there on the point. Steele winning that one in Canterbury. Dumps it hard off the board spot, pick in the corner. Battling against two Storm players, and Storm pick it up. Flip that out to send Icing's tip, so Icing's waved off, and McGowan goes back into his own end. McGowan with the pass to Canterbury. Finds Popovic up on the right boards. Dances around 1 and 2. They stay on side. Castillo and Weaver checking up at the blue line. Popovic walks it deep in on the left side. Back up the boards to Castillo. Picks that up. Castillo goes around one. Can't get that shot off. It's blocked in front. Still trying to get another shot. Castillo can't get that one through, and the Vegas Storm flip it back out to center ice. McGowan. McGowan's going to go for a walk with this one, carried in and across the blue line. McGowan around another player. Can't get that shot through. Picks up his own tipping behind the net. Centering past the Weaver. Intercepted by Vegas as they clear the zone. That one's going to go all the way down. Not going to be touched up there. It's just to the side of Prokop. He lets it go. Line changes are made. We'll skate 200 feet in the other direction for a face-off in your Warriors offensive zone. And again, I'm hoping this microphone sounds good. I have no clue. I've got the other one turned on in my pocket because nobody else wanted to be mic'd up. Not checking my, got no audio. Who says they got no audio? That was a long time ago. We're going to say you got audio now, or I probably would have heard something. Foster turns, fires, loose, rebound for net, couldn't bank for it. Goalie can't hold on to it. Foster's going to see that one out to the front. Kolcheski keeping it in over the far side to Manic. Powers that one through to Foster in the corner. Center's just behind, and Fredette's going to come back out to the blue line to get it. Hangs onto it, walking his way through the close. Power play is over. Vegas gets their fifth player back out on the ice, sneaking back into the play. As Fredette goes around, and Kolcheski's going to have to back up on this one as Vegas flips it out of the zone and down. Company grinding up against the boards here. Good aggressive hockey. I love to see it. Foster walking through. Can't get through. Last player flipped in. Still in front. And down. Thank you, Avery, telling me the sound is good. Down underneath that, Foster digging for it. Vegas comes out. McGowan gonna come back and pick this up. He's gonna have time as Vegas is changing up. Ice is waved off. A little under 10 minutes left to go here in this second period as Fredette comes out of his own zone. Fredette walking in and has Bodine behind him. Forces it up into the corner. Bodine pinching in. Kicked in there by McGowan. Good skate by him right at the blue line, holding it in. Now he gets a backhand on it, flipping it up to Bodine.
Come on, guys, keep it in there.
And Vegas turns it around the other way. Canterbury racing against two Vegas players. He picks it up in his own end. Dumps it out to the other side. Avalon falls down as he's reaching for that puck, and Vegas keeps it in. Canterbury up against the boards, holding his player. They're trying to kick this one through all the way around. Stewart goes into the corner looking for it. Vegas calling for it at the point. I can't see what they're doing in there. Spin around the far end for Canterbury. Bodine can't flip it out. Vegas benches him up against the boards. Canterbury in there with him now. Trying to kick this one through. You see the pink laces going frantic. Bodine clears the zone. That one can't reach it. McGowan's getting held up there. Still manages to get through. Turns, tipped wide of the net. Over the far corner. Vegas hard up off the boards. Off the bench. Okay, keeping this one in. Kolcheski now walking in, going in deep. That one's flipped up over. The goalie misses it when he's punching at his blocker. Vegas can't clear the zone. Held in by Lauber on the far end. Bodine helping him out. Up to Haviland, who has Stewart in front, gets it knocked off of his stick. Finding Stewart with the tip. Goalie has it under his blocker now. He's going to get a little bit of pushing and shoving in front. And Stewart was digging for a rebound. It's quiet compared to the noise on the ice. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I'm going to try something. Let me know if this changes. Difference.
I'm gonna just messing around here. We'll put the scoreboard up for you guys too. Vegas walking in on a break, takes a shot. Prokop with the save. Sorry, I was messing with that. I don't know. I'm trying things. I apologize. It was working perfectly yesterday afternoon, but it always changes when I get here. I'll keep yammering on. You just keep listening. We do appreciate you suffering through all of the bad things that I can't make work. Popovic at center ice coming through. Popovic has Castillo with him. He's going to hang on to it. Flips that one back around. I think I might have just fixed this because I flipped something now and you can hear my voice clearer and it's showing on the sound bar. I might have been a genius here for the first time in my life by pushing the button that only works with one microphone. Popovic now to center. He's racing through 3-on-2 with one back checker. Popovic, this gets that one knocked back out to center. Vegas with the quick turnaround and Lauber back into his own end for it. Lauber banging up against the boards. Much better. There we go. I found the magic button. Shout out from Leduc, Alberta, telling me that I'm finally doing something properly. Appreciate that, Tim. Here comes your Warriors across center ice. Castillo busted in the right wing. Guts all the way to the front of the net. Gets absolutely taken out there. The net's off, and they're not going to call a penalty on that. How is that not a call as Castillo gets taken out, and now the goalie's out as he takes Castillo into his own goalie. Goalie's still down. Getting up slowly here. Getting some stick claps from his teammates and from everybody else. And that was definitely not the Warriors' fault. Castillo just coming hard to the net, gets tackled from behind. Two players go crashing into the tender. Good to see he's okay. He's back up. The backup was out stretching out there on the ice, but looks like he's going to be okay to stay in this game as he stretches out in his crease. Oh, he's going to come right to the bench. Looks like the backup is stepping out onto the ice. Couple of big bodies coming crashing down on top of him halfway through this game, and we're going to see a goalie change due to injury on the Vegas side. Halfway through the game, I figured out how to work a microphone. Brian was here, he would have fixed it earlier. But he's feeding those baby hippopotamus at the Cheyenne Zoo after winning that radio contest this morning, driving down I-25. Foster chatting with Fredette. Foster wins that one right back to Fredette. Cannonberg with the shot. Flipped all the way through. Quick test on this new goalie. Fredette trying to get this one back to Cannonberg, but it's picked up by Vegas. And Cannonberg ends up with it anyways. Knocked off of his skates and then tipped deep into the zone. McGowan now circling in front of his own net. Looking for the breakout pass. McGowan's going to go for a skate up Main Street with it. Makes a pass up to Fredette. Brings it across the blue line. Foster towards the net. Just kicked out where he couldn't reach it. Forced out the far side. Cannonberg can't hold the blue line. Turns it right back into Manick. Flips it up over Foster's stick. Onto the goalie, who's going to hang on to it. 5:55 left to go in the second period. Your Warriors are still up 2-0. We've got the technical difficulties figured out, and now you're listening to us, the OTT Sports Network, bringing it to you from Monument, Colorado. I'm Harry Haviland, and thanks for joining us on this Sunday morning. Bodine over to the far side. It's held in at the blue line over Haviland's stick again. Vegas in behind their own net. Vegas stepping across a couple of players across the blue line. On the back check there, and then they push their way through. Finally getting taken away there by Lauber, but a shot in front. Unable to tip that one down. Into the corner, Lauber fighting for it. Vegas coming in to help him out. Bodine in behind the net. Out to the point by Vegas. Shot seen all the way by Prokop. Slides over, getting a pad on that. Centering again. And that one sneaks in from a bad angle as the Warriors unable to clear it out of their own zone. Vegas with the second shot off the rebound. They make it 2-1 here with 5:22 left to go. Second period action in Monument, Colorado. Let's see if we can add to that one. Now Storm. Oh, Storm 1. There we go. 2-1. Vegas had the blue line. Cannonberg picks his pocket, pushes it out, but right into the waiting stick of Vegas. Foster at center, Weber at center now picks it up. Weber walking in after stealing that one. Circles back, getting set up, flip towards the center of the net. They come out the other side, get past McGowan, and now Cannonberg coming back. Centering pass wide in front. Prokop comes up big there as a Vegas player goes racing in, trying to get one past them. Making a save, keeping his team up ahead 2-1 with 4:53 left to go in the second. Castillo on the draw. Vegas wins that one back to the point. They keep it in, take the shot off the crossbar and into the corner. Back out to the other side. They flip that one deep into the corner. All the way around the far boards to Weber. He's got some room with it. He's got to clear the zone. Vegas coming back fast on him, strips him there from behind and dumps it right back in. Oh, sneaks all the way through to Castillo's stick, building it up. Coming around that famous right wing of his, crashing towards the net, tries the short angle shot off the mask of the goalie and kicked down to Vegas. Storm dumping hard up off the boards, kept in at the point, dancing around at the blue line, and McGowan comes in, takes a shot, blocker save over to the corner. Castillo out to the point, held in there. Cannonberg walking his way in, backhand bouncing and flipping towards the net. That one just goes wide. Now Castillo's fighting against a few players behind the net, trying to get this one out. Weber in with him. Hard up off the boards. Cannonberg fighting at the point. Vegas sneaks it through. Storm now dancing around at center ice. Get it deep in for Lauber in behind his own net. Back and forth action here as we're winding down the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds of the second period. Going through. Popovic stands his man up right there. The refs aren't calling any penalties as Vegas continues to push and shove with Lauber behind the play. Held in there by Popovic to Castillo. Coming in. Castillo with a shot off the post and out. Manic lifting the stick on the back check. Vegas forcing their way into the Warriors zone. 2-0 in front. Prokop with another big save, pushing that one into the corner. Back and forth we go. Foster coming in one-on-one. Fredette with him. Foster turns, shoots. Glove saved by the goalie. Foster still has it, looking to wrap around. Vegas diving for that one. Kolcheski fires it in front. Puck is bouncing around. Another shot. Into the corner. Maddox goes hard with his player. Stepping in at the blue line. McGowan holding it in. Over with Foster. Foster comes out of the pile with it. Fredette in front. Foster with the shot. Fredette turning. Takes another shot. It is caught up in the goalie's glove somewhere. And a frantic action is whistled down as the Warriors were looking for one there. Getting the crowd going here at this jam-packed ice arena in the west side of Monument. I don't know, 14-6, I'm not sure. Coming in, icing called. Now they added a shot there. Now we're 15-7. 16-7. All right. 16-7, but only 2-1 on the scoreboard. Foster, Fredette, and Manic up front trying to build on that lead. Vegas wins the draw. and turns it around the other way with Speedy Tebow coming through. Turns, takes a shot right into Prokop, who holds onto it. More push it and shove it after the whistle in front of the goaltenders and in the crease. Refs are going to come have a little chat with them because they're exchanging cookie recipes in front of the goaltender. I mean, who likes peanut butter raisin anyways? I would have pushed him out of there too. This is Vegas' last game of the weekend. They came up here to play 4. We only had 2. As the out-of-town teams were circling around the greater Denver metro area playing a bunch of local squads. Like I said earlier, it's a lot of fun to have these out-of-state teams come and play a little bit of different action. We can see what goes on across the U.S. and the western side of the country at least. We've got some tournaments coming up this year I'm excited for. Minnesota, Florida in January. Can't complain about that whatsoever. February, whenever it is. But there is a hockey game going on here, circling behind the net, trying to get this out. Bodine rings it around the boards. Can't quite get it out, and does. Stewart now coming in, gets that one tipped up ahead of him. Centering pass is deflected off the defender's stick. Bodine and Stewart, that one in front, off the side of the net, and right back into the corner by the Storm. Turned around and out of the zone. Haviland with a stick on it, back to Kolchevsky. Flips that up to Haviland, who comes across the blue line with it. Walking in on his backhand with a little over a minute left to go. Haviland still has it in the corner. Centering pass. Popovic steps off the bench, racing into the left wing corner with this. Popovic goes back behind the net. Now he's getting in front of this player, fighting his way through. Pop down on his knees. Player from Vegas goes down. Haviland steps in to help him out. Haviland back to the point. McGowan turns, rips one towards the front of the net, bounces through the skates of Castile, and he's into the corner. Storm turning out of their own zone with 30 seconds left to go here in the second period. Castillo now racing in, only the goalie to beat. Castillo walks, turns, fires, sneaks him out of his pads, and slides one into the back of the net. We've seen him with how many attempts, and he gets that one right through. A late period goal here. Castillo making it 3-1 for your Warriors. They're going to stick out there back at center ice. A little bit of cushion, that 2-goal lead. But you know what we always say about a 2-goal lead? The most dangerous one out there. You can't afford to sit back on it. Vegas isn't going to let them do that. Hard up against the glass here right in front of the screaming fans. Dumped in, blocked. Vegas in front with trying to get a last-minute shot off here. Good job there by McGowan as he goes down onto the ice with an elbow in the back of his head from the Vegas player. Back there, get a little physical and excited here as we've got a 3-1 hockey game. 2 undefeated teams this weekend, I believe, battling for supremacy here in Monument. The OTT Sports Network is the only place you're going to find that, and we are here with you. The only other thing that you can find only on the OTT Sports Network is those Scott Foster fun facts. I don't know Scott Foster. I'm just getting to know him. We're fellow Canadians, so I guess you could say we grew up together, even if we're from British Columbia and Ontario. For those of you that don't know too much about the Canadian geography, it's like just walking across the street. But we actually have to take our dog sleds because it's a little bit too icy and snowy out there. Put the parkas on. But this just got, and I can't verify anything, but this was called in this morning. I did not realize it, but ever since Scott was young, back in the 80s and 90s, he's been collecting vintage My Little Pony dolls. He has a collection of 423 My Little Ponies, and these are from all across the world. He's collected them from different parts of Europe, Africa, Asia, and of course the North American where it all started. I didn't even know that, but now we all know that about Scott Foster. You need to know anything about My Little Ponies. He is your man. He's right down there on the glass having a conversation with David McGowan right now about My Little Ponies, probably. I don't think they're talking about the game. team getting pumped up here with Pop and Jason on the bench with them. Not sure if Coach Terry's tuning in or not, but he'll be watching his players, I'm sure, on the replay here. They're up 3-1 going into this third period. 14 minutes on the clock. You know Vegas is not going to be sitting back on this one. Foster leans down at center ice. And this one's controlled by your Warriors. Up the far side to Fredette. Tips it ahead. Vegas quickly clears the zone. Fredette going to try and dump this one in deeper, go around. Vegas gets a blade on that rubber. And they're spinning around. Keep it hit in. Now Fredette has it deep. Centering pass there. Can't get it all the way over to Foster, but Fredette gets it back in the corner. Getting pushed up against the boards by the Storm player. They both go down, and the puck is being battled for by a couple of different players behind the net. Sneaks out to the Storm. They're looking to break it out of their own zone. Manic on the back check. That one up to Kolcheski. To Foster at center. Foster up off the boards. Picked up by Vegas. And the Storm head the other way. 3-on-2 for that on the back check. Big stick there of Lauber gets it. And they don't clear the zone. That one stays onside. Vegas coming back in the other way. Turn, take the shot. Loose in front. Rebound. And Vegas the only ones home. There goes that 2-goal lead. Only a minute and 4 seconds into this third period. It's now 3-1. Warriors still clinging to that single goal lead. Line change on both sides. Back to center ice, looking for some fire here. As their closest game of the season so far here, only 1-goal differential as we're skating our way into this third period. Bodine at the draw. Right back to his own stick. Bodine can't get through the Vegas player, and they hold it on, jousting at the blue line. It's going to end up being offside for another faceoff just outside the Storm zone. Haviland staring at the ice and not the puck. It goes through his skates as I'm watching the play and not calling it. The far side, Bodine trying to get that one to the far side. Now going into the corner. Haviland chasing it down. Up against one-on-one. Vegas player up, rings it around the boards, trying to hold it in. They can't do that. Vegas clears out to neutral ice. Flipped up to the far side by Popovic, who's dropped back onto defense. Haviland keeping this one, passes it up to Bodine, or Stewart that just shoots that one wide. Haviland in the blurry corner, trying to come out of it, but it looks like Vegas ends up with the puck. Now they're racing through center ice, 2-on-1. Coming in the other way, backhand in front, steered clear by Prokop, picked right back up by Stewart. Stewart trying to flip that through to Haviland. Vegas saw that coming, stops it at center ice and turns it around the other way. Heading back west with it. They walk in the right side, take the shot. Prokop with another save. Stewart up to Haviland at center ice. Has Castillo with him. Haviland driving this one wide. Tries to cut back to the center, tipped over to Castillo, coming out of the corner with it. Takes the shot. Castillo buries his second of the game, fighting his way down the right or left wing. Can't tell my rights from left. It doesn't matter. The puck's in the back of the net. That two-goal lead is regained with 11:39 left to go here in this period. Tipped up. Lauber's going to race off the blue line for it. Goes back to Vegas. That one was outside, and the ref right here standing beside me heard me say it, so he blew the whistle. I'll take credit for that one. That's Harry Haviland coming at you. OTT Sports Network, bringing you the worldwide live action. Your yachts, your space shuttles, your private islands, and your trailer parks, wherever you might be. We are there with you. Thank you for joining us here. A couple of games on this showcase weekend. 5-0 victory yesterday morning against Lafayette, and a little bit tougher of a battle as your Warriors are up 4-2 right now with 11:24 left to go in the third period against this team from Las Vegas they call the Storm. Won there by Storm as They come across. Castillo now into his own corner. Stick handles that one, can't pass it across. Now he's just going to carry this one out. Has Fredette with him on the far side, 2-on-2, walking across the blue line. They're going to stick handle that one a little bit too much at the blue line. Fredette steps offside before Castillo brings the puck in, and they go off for a change. I've been thinking since yesterday about that trivia question Brian gave about all the teams that don't end with S. I believe he said there was 9 of them. We got to 7, and then I got to thinking, is it a trick question because you've got the Red Sox and the White Sox? It sounds like S, but it's actually an X. So I think I might have solved that. But who knows? Hard off the boards, just over Popovic's stick as he's back on D, racing for it now. Vegas with the wheels picks this one up, and Stewart goes into the far side with it. Changing up the lines here a little bit. Cannonberg flips that one, doesn't clear the zone. Stewart up and out to Manick. Coming up through center ice with Foster. Manick trying to drop that one back. Then stripped at the point by Popovic, who's walking his way in through the slot. Dumps it into the left wing corner. Backhand centering attempt. Doesn't make it all the way out, and they're still fighting for it behind the blurry glass. Looks like Vegas controls that one. They go to the far side. Manick good back on that one. Flips it up to Stewart. Stewart's coming in 1-on-3. Decides to shoot that one. Puck was loose. Nobody there to pick up the rebound that wasn't wearing a black jersey, and they turn it around the other way. McGowan stops it at center ice and then drops that one back for Lauber. Lauber up the boards, finding McGowan, who fires that one in far, and Bodine chasing it down into the right corner. On the half boards, over Haviland's stick, out to the point. Lauber goes down, and Bodine has it. Bodine in front. Fredette behind the net now. Fredette and Bodine. Lauber pinching in from the blue line. Back into Bodine. Behind the net, wraparound in tight, and Fredette picks up that puck as Bodine was looking for the wraparound. Got it over to Fredette, wasting no time in finding the back of the net. Fredette makes this one 5-2 now with 9:19, and we can take a little bit of a breath with that 3-goal lead, but I'm definitely not taking too big a one. We talk about the 2-goal lead being horrible. 3-goal lead would be even worse to lose. 9 minutes and 19 seconds, a lot of hockey left to play. Fredette knows it. He's going into the right corner. Banging behind the net. Vegas the other way. Back checked in the offensive zone by Fredette. Strips him of the puck. Bodine can't flip it towards center ice, and Fredette still now with it. Fredette behind the net to Bodine. Into the corner, fighting against 2 Vegas players. Haviland over there to give him a hand. They get it back to Fredette behind the net. Bodine picking it up, centering. That one sheet of glass is so horrible. I can't see a thing through it. But I do see Vegas coming through center ice. They come across the blue line, dumping it in deep. Haviland behind his own net. Haviland can't get it through the Vegas player's skates. Kolcheski's going to pick it up behind the net and go the other way. Kolcheski flips that one up to Haviland. Up off the glass. Why would they? That was off the glass, but they called it a whistle. I'm not sure what happened there. Either way, it's a whistle, and you guys are going to get front row action here to this face-off. Castillo set to take the draw right inside your living rooms. Spun around all the way deep into the far side for Cannonberg in his own net, or in his own end. With Stewart trying to turn it around. Get a couple more pair of skates in there as Castillo finds it. Up off the boards to Stewart. He's got some more time with it now. Coming out with Weber and Castillo. Stewart up off the boards in front of the Storm bench. Storm gaining the offensive zone. Can't knock that away with Lauber. In front off of Prokop. Flips that one to the side. They try wrapping around. Out to the point, stepping in. Tipping it ahead. Castillo can't get that one out. Pinching in from the blue line now. Vegas centering around, getting a blade on that one, and now Weber has it. Weber up to Castillo. He's got one to beat. Castillo walking in hard across the blue line. Trying to get that shot off. Does. Puck is still loose in front, bouncing around and picked up by Vegas. Storm back the other way, looking to... Whoa! And no call on that either, as you got to see everything happen right in front of you. Some nice physical hockey as I'm picking my Gatorade up off the ground. I was on the boards. Castillo with another opportunity. Takes the shot. Gloved, and the goalie with a little bit of extra leather flash there at the end. 6:50 left to go. 5-2. The Warriors leading the Las Vegas Storm. We're in Monuments. You're on the OTT Sports Network with Harry Haviland. Fighting for it. Fredette coming out with it. Being pushed up against the boards there by Vegas. Gives it back to him, and Vegas is behind their own net. Storm trying to clear it out of the zone. Looking for that breakout pass up against the boards. Being pestered there by the Warriors. I don't know who's in there behind the glass. I don't even know if you guys can see it through the video here either. Not the best best rink for filming, that's for sure, but some good ice in some of these old barns. Still fighting for it now. They switch momentum, going the other way. McGowan backhands that up off the boards. Fredette picks it up at center ice with Foster and Manick coming back in the offensive zone. Fredette can't get the shot up, but he's going to go fight for it in the corner. Circle back around, and McGowan holding it into the point. Foster picks it up at the blue line, dancing around 1-2. Foster with the shot. That one goes up high, off the mesh for another whistle. 5:50 left to go now. 5-2. Shots showing 21-13 in favor of the Warriors. Looking forward to driving back up I-25 with that Broncos Green Bay traffic today. Gonna have to loop around. Maybe I'll take a detour through Nebraska or something and come back down through Wyoming. Feels like we're in New Mexico right now when you have to travel all the way south to Monument. Beautiful drive down I-25 though. As the puck jumps out and Kolchevsky's back outside his own blue line trying to figure out what to do with this. Gloved down by the Storm, and they're gonna call it a hand pass. Taking it back over to the Storm side of the ice for another face-off. Packed house here in Monument as everybody's excited for this big game today. A lot colder inside this rink than it is outside right now. Haviland backhands that up to Bodine. Back out there with Stewart. Cross ice to Stewart. Settles a bouncing puck, circling around a couple. Kolchevsky steps in. Fires that one in just wide of the net. Rings it around the boards. Vegas can't clear the zone with the pressure of the Warriors deep into the left wing corner. Not sure who's in there. Out to the point. Haviland turns, fires, gets that one through the screen right into the goalie, who's going to hang on to it for another line change, another whistle. And another shot on net, 22-13 now. Again, the Warriors being tested here a little bit more than their last few contests. Good to see a team like Vegas, who's been up here. It's been a long weekend for them. This is their fourth game in 3 days. They're going to be flying home this afternoon. But right now, they still have the puck deep in their own zone, trying to clear it out. Held up against the boards there. Manick and Weber fighting for it. They reverse it around the far side. Canterbury stepping in off the blue line. Over his blade and back. Weber gets a stick on it. Now Popovic going back into the corner. Vegas through it, then stripped of the puck by Manick. Manick skating through, ends up still with the puck. I'm not sure how that happened, but here he comes. Coming across that blue line with Castillo towards the front of the net, and it's kicked down there by the Vegas defender before the pass could make it through. Still with the offensive pressure continuing. Held in at the blue line, back into the corner. That one is not going to be held in at the blue line. The whistle signaling the icing. I'll bring it outside that blue line for a face-off. Oh, no, it's a penalty here. Again, there's that blurry glass. I didn't see the penalty. Castillo's going to go sit for a minute and a half and think about what he did as the play's going to come all the way back into the defensive zone for your Warriors. First penalty kill of the game. And the Storm is calling a timeout. Timeout with 4:05 left to go in the third period. Warriors up 5-2. And with the man disadvantage for the next minute and a half. Coach Pop bringing him in. He's got the whiteboard there showing him where to go, what to do, how to keep this puck to the outside and clear it out of their zone as quickly and as often as they possibly can. That's the end of that timeout. We'll see what they can come out of it with. Ready to go. Foster on the dot. One back by Vegas. They get it back to the point. Looking to get that shot off. Diving down. Prokop in front. They can't find the open net there. It was wide. Burnett up the far side with Foster. Burnett coming through. Over to Foster. The open net and can't get the shot off. They're playing 6-on-4 here right now. And, whoa, some pushing and shoving going on here. Two guys from Vegas going at Foster down there. Burnett comes over to give him a hand here, and there is a player down in the corner. I couldn't see that player who was down. Looks like something happened there. There's been some physical play, and the refs have not been calling it. They're allowing them to continue, and we're going to hope this player is okay down here. Player is getting up as best I can see and hear from the crowd's reaction. Skating his way through the circle and back towards his bench. We're going to see Kannenberg and Kolchevsky with Bodine and Haviland now continuing with the, I'm guessing they're going to put their goalie back in right now. It'll be a 5-on-4 with the Warriors having the offensive draw. Still a minute and 8 left to go here in the power play for Vegas. They're going to try to get their goalie out as quick as possible. They clear the zone. Kannenberg trying to hold him up. Kolchevsky back in on top of it now. Kolchevsky in behind his own net. Two Vegas players back out to the point. Out with that 6-man goalie back to the bench. 6-on-4 here for the Storm. Kannenberg in his own end, circling around, trying to find a clean lane to get this one out, killing some time off the clock. Over to Haviland. Haviland has Bodine up in front of him, flips that one up. Haviland just dumps it all the way down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call, bringing it all the way back down. Just missing the outside of that post. That was just a little high over Beaudain's stick as he was up at center ice looking for that pass. 33 seconds left to go before Castillo steps out of the box. And we'll be to 6-on-5 if they're going to continue to keep their goalie pulled. 3:08 left to go in the period. 5-2 advantage here for the Warriors over the Storm. One by Vegas, trying to push that out to the point. They get it across. Haviland can't get a blade on it. Vegas in deep, shot blocked there. Kolcheski behind the corner of Kannenberg, sorry. Kolcheski in front of the net. Kannenberg gets tripped up behind the net. Over to Beaudain on the far side. Can't clear it out, held in at the point there. On to Prokop. Prokop hangs on for the whistle. As Kannenberg and Kolcheski are not letting any of those Storm players get close to their tender. Beaudain up off the boards, trying to get this one out. Can't clear it. Right in behind the net for Lauber now. Lauber up the boards. Haviland trying to tip this one through. Clears the zone. Vegas has it at center ice. All across the far side. Castillo steps out of the box. Popovic trying to clear the zone. Backhanded out there by Haviland to Castillo. Couldn't put it through. Vegas across. Bounces over the stick. Lauber now coming out of his own zone. Up to Beaudain. Beaudain has a wide open net in front of him. Tips that one in, sealing the deal as far as I can guess. That's going to make it 6-2. Beaudain with the empty netter and 2:11 left to go here in the third. They're going to put their goalie back in. 5-on-5 will be for the remainder of this game, barring any penalties. Good look there to find Beaudain breaking out. He made no mistakes as he comes across. Had two players on top of him. Got rid of it right in time. 6-2 lead, Warriors over the Storm. Stewart wants a little bit more of that, though, as he was fighting to get across the blue line. Backhanded over to Castillo, who's looking for a hat trick this game. Castillo into the corner, powering his way out through center off the side of the net. Back around to the far side. Castillo in behind, banging towards the front. Weber looking for that shot. Pinching in from the blue line is a bunch of blurry numbers through this glass. My apologies. Kannenberg stays on the right side of the red line, dumps that one all the way down, forcing Vegas to try and break it out of their own zone with 1:36 left to go in this game. Vegas with some speed, coming in one-on-one now. Stripped of that. Knocked back out to the blue line. Weber forcing him to dump it in front. Loose as three Vegas players are right in front of the net. Stewart now into the corner, centering pass. Stopped there by McGowan. Coming around his own net. In front, McGowan still has it. Kicks it out to center ice. Vegas picks that up. And there's going to be a penalty against Vegas for slashing. Frustrations coming out here at the end of a long weekend for Vegas as they've stepped into a Warriors team who has put 6 in behind their net. And now Arapahoe with the power play here, 1:12 left to go, 1:30 in the power play. So it will be 5-on-4 for the rest of the game unless the Warriors can put another tally on the board. Mixing up the lines here, Beaudain out there. Lauber across the blue line to Kolcheski. Turns and shoots. That one goes in behind the net. In front. And there's a power play goal. I couldn't quite see who had it. Fredette was in front. I don't even know who's out there. They changed up the lines on me, and now I'm all confused. But it will be 7-2 with a power play goal. Back to 5-on-5 here. It was. It's going to be Manick who gets that one, I think. As it's Fredette and Manick out on the wings with Beaudain. One back to Lauber, up off the boards to Manick. Vegas in the zone, being forced into the corner there by Lauber. Still hanging on to it, calling at the point, is skating in. Shot, oh! Finds the way through, goes bar down here. making it 7-3 now with 46 seconds left to go in the game. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm feeling that the Warriors are going to come out with another victory here, as it is 7-3. That's 4-goal differential in the third period. They're going to run time this clock. 32 seconds left, ticking down. Storm aren't done. Coming in, looking for another one. Prokop having to steer that clear. 16 seconds left to go in the game. Lobber in behind his own net. Over to Kolchevsky on the far side. Looking for Fredette to get it out. Fredette can't clear the zone, held in there by the Storm. And Lobber behind his own net. 5-4-3, 2-1. And that's going to be game. This one is over. The final is 7-3. Your Warriors with a victory over the Las Vegas Storm. Safe travels to that team heading back home. And to everybody here at the Warriors, we got to travel back up I-25, some of us farther than others. But it's been another fun weekend here. Next weekend, we have a couple of games going on, but we got a special surprise guest announcer for you. I'm going to be doing some traveling. Brian's going to be doing some traveling. We're going to leave it to the capable hands of Sean Stewart. Can't wait for that one next week. We'll be listening from all of our travels across. And until next week, I will get all those times posted. You guys will all be able to watch. It'll still be up and live. But until next week, on behalf of everybody here at the OTT Sports Network, we thank you for your support and thank you for tuning in. And I'm Harry Haviland, and I'm signing out.